Hey guys, K-pop nerd here and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and let's just get into the video. Come play me, don't be afraid. So today we are going to talk about BTS, the whole Grammy thing, and military enlistment. So for BTS to not be nominated for a Grammy this year, it's very disappointing, but not surprising. BTS is extremely popular overseas, but the music industry seems to like discriminating against specific artists, and why is beyond me. Here's the thing. We as a fandom have issues with companies using BTS and or any other K-pop ad for money or recognition, and it's gross, right? So for major music entertainment institutions like the Grammys or the VMAs to drop the ball when it comes to including international artists, it's just horrible. I'm saying international artists and not just K-pop artists simply because I don't want it to make it seem like it's just a K-pop issue, even though that is the focal point of this video. But it's happened before, but it's more so prominent with K-pop. I just wanted to be inclusive. But anyways, so being an ARMY and looking at how successful BTS is, it's inexcusable for BTS to not be nominated for something. But I'm glad that they aren't nominated at the Grammys simply because I know it's a dream for them, at least for Sugar specifically, and I know that the Grammys are a big deal, but they're not recognizing how talented BTS is, all the records they've broken, all the goals they've achieved as a 7-member band. And they've done a lot, and for the Grammys to not recognize that, despite BTS going to where the Grammys are, it's just so out of touch for them to not include them. And I'm saying I'm glad that they weren't nominated because that just shows, to at least to me, in my opinion, they don't value BTS like we do or other people do. Even the people that are using BTS for money or fame. Like, that just shows me they don't recognize how prominent, how powerful BTS can be. They are an inspiration. They help so many of their fans, millions of their fans on a daily basis. And I don't think BTS realized just how inspirational they can be to their fans. The Grammys don't recognize their worth. And frankly, I think it's a loss. Grammys, you guys are dropping the ball. But for you to not recognize BTS's worth, that just means they don't need to be on your platform. You don't deserve their views. So it's whatever. That's my take on it, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you wish that the BTS were nominated at the Grammys? Do you really think it holds that much of a significance? But anyways, let's move on to military enlistment. So we all know that BTS won't be exempt from military enlistment, at least from what I've seen on Koreaboo, I believe it was, or was it Soompi? One of those. But anyways, they won't be exempt from the military. And to me, I mean, that's fine. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that they won't be exempt, even though when they do begin to enlist, I will miss them. I know other ARMY will miss them as well because, we're I don't want to say we're so attached to them, but we love the energy that they give when they're performing and when we see them in their, the variety shows or the content that they give us. We'll miss them. They're just infectious. You can't help but love them. But I think that they do need to serve because it's an important thing in their country for men from ages 18 to 35 to serve in the military there. I know it's a huge impact thing, and if you skip it, it has such a negative meaning to it, and BTS don't need any more criticism that they've been getting. I mean, at this point, they're so at the top that any little thing will bring them down. Perfect example, the Hashwan incident or the Jungkook dating rumor. That brought so much negative controversy to Jungkook just because he was basically at the wrong place at the wrong time, or the right place at the wrong time, however you want to say it. And people took that occurrence out of context, and then it became news unnecessarily, and it just wasn't right. I didn't like how that happened. Another perfect example, Yoo Sung-joon. He's a perfect example as well, even though his case is a little more extreme. But because he had the ability to choose between Korean citizenship and American citizenship, he chose the American citizenship to basically bypass serving in the Korea military. And to me, I mean, for him to be banned from the country, I mean, I can see why that happened, because I feel like South Korea really takes pride and takes image very, 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 very seriously. And I get it. But he should have known that something bad was going to happen. You seen him saying, like, for you to bypass that requirement and for you to be banned out of the country, it damaged your career. Imagine if BTS did that. Not to say it would damage their careers, but you never know. I mean, they're more popular overseas, yeah, but they're bringing so much recognition back to South Korea. It's making everyone focus in on them. So whatever these haters or the people that are against BTS, they're looking for something to hate on them for, because they're so successful. You see what I'm saying? They started from nothing and they made their way up to the top. And I'm not saying other K-pop groups aren't capable of doing that. It's just that at the moment, BTS is at that level. And I'm sure that this can apply to any other group once they get to the top as well. But for the most part, it's like everything's focusing on BTS. And if anything negative happens to BTS, for people that are new to K-pop, think of what they'll think of K-pop in general. Or like, oh, these little boys from South Korea, they're doing this. What if all the other K-pop groups are like that? K-pop is a bad influence. You know, this is just based on stuff that I've heard from other people that aren't aware of K-pop or how prominent it can be. So, but I'm basically rambling at this point, but that's what I basically think. That's how it can basically become an issue. All these little assumptions get really big and blown up out of proportion, and then all the news media sites are just gonna jump on that. BTS doesn't need that. So again, I mean, I want to know what you guys think though. Do you wish that they wouldn't serve in a military enlistment? How do you feel on that? I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video, and see ya. 너의 하루에 쉴 곳이 돼줄게 난 여기 잠시 쉬어가도 돼 I just wanna make you